Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here. Welcome to Completed episode number 45. In this episode, we're looking at Pneuma, Breath of Life, coming out on February 27th for Xbox One and Steam, and then coming out on the PlayStation console 30 days after that. For those interested in viewing the first 44 episodes, I've included a link in the description as I always do, and for those that are new to the series, this is a series where I take a few minutes to talk about a game that I recently got all the achievements in. I talked to you guys about some of those achievements, how difficult and how fun the game is in general. And this game I started on February 13th when I received my review copy and finished it on February 26th in the PM hours of Eastern Standard Time Zone. That's about 2 weeks, but in that 2 weeks I actually didn't play it a whole lot because it only takes about 3 or 4 hours to complete. If you're going to be following a video guide or a picture guide, it can take even less than that. You can probably rush through this game as fast as possible, if you so desire, within 2 hours or about 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now, if you're going to try to figure out everything for yourself on your own, good luck with that. It is quite a difficult game to actually understand and complete all the puzzles on your first try. Some of them will take you a while. And if you're looking just to do it completely by yourself, not knowing anything about any of the puzzles when you go in, it's probably going to take you 5-6 hours, maybe even longer than that. The game has a total of 11 achievements. 8 of them are story related for completing chapters 1 through 6 and then completing the epilogue. And then there are also 3 miscellaneous, I'll call them miscellaneous achievements, for completing the soul, body, and spirit puzzle. And what you see me doing on screen is actually completing the soul puzzle. There's not too many spoilers happening on screen because 95% of the solution to this puzzle is not being shown because I've done it prior to that. But the achievement or trophy difficulty, if you're going to be following a guide and not really trying to do the puzzles on your own, it's like a 1 out of 10. It is super easy. You just run through the game and you're done. If you're looking to actually solve the puzzles on your own and actually enjoy the game the way it was intended to be enjoyed, the achievement or trophy difficulty is probably closer to a 4 or 5 out of 10, just because of how difficult and mind-boggling some of those puzzles can be later on in the game. So now I kind of want to talk about the fun factor or the review score or whatever you want to call a number out of 10 when people rate games. Now there's a few things I want to talk about. This is a first-person puzzle platformer, and it also has a narrator in it, similar to the Stanley Parable, or even in Portal we kind of saw that. And all the puzzles are centered around the idea of perspective or vision, seeing things, and kind of interacting with things through the way you look at them. And I thought that was a very unique and clever way to look at things, and it was definitely a puzzle game and not like any other puzzle game that I've ever really played before. So it was very refreshing in that sense, and I didn't feel like I was just playing another puzzle platformer, which we all know there have been a lot of on the consoles lately. I think visually the game is what you would expect it to be, considering it's an independently developed game. It does look good on screen, but it also has a little bit of blurriness when you start moving or rotating your screen, and there is a little bit of choppiness in the textures occasionally. Overall, I have no problems with the visuals. Audio-wise, the music's good and the commentary is good. Voiceover works incredible, and the ending of the story is actually pretty satisfying, which is good because I didn't really know if it was going anywhere while I was playing it. With all that being said, fun factor, I'm going to have to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now that might seem a little low. Keep in mind, I am saying this is a very unique game, and it is going to appeal to some people. However, with that being said, some of the puzzles and the way they interacted with the world weren't really intuitive. The solutions to them didn't really feel natural, and occasionally I ended up stumbling upon the solution completely by accident, and the only way I knew I actually did it was by the saving icon in the top right corner. I would see the saving icon, I was like, oh, I figured it out, but I have no idea what I did in order to progress. So the puzzles aren't necessarily as intuitive as I would like them to be, and they can get basically mind-boggling by the time you reach the end of the game, and for a lot of players that's going to be really frustrating. You'll want to keep that in mind. So that's basically what I have to say personally. I think it is a good game with good puzzles in it that necessarily aren't that intuitive, but very unique and a new type of genre, and I would recommend it to those who want a little bit of a mind puzzler, but probably wouldn't recommend it to those that are easily frustrated or those who don't really like solving complex puzzles that have to do with perspective or manipulating objects in a 3D space. There are probably some people who won't like it for those reasons. As always, I have included the Xbox Achievements Guide link, or the forum page, as there is no guide at the moment, and I have included the True Achievements game page as well, in order for any of those people who want to check stuff out about the game or about its achievements more in depth. They can use those links to find out stuff on those websites. As always, I'm showing you my on-screen achievements as well as some of the games that I recently played. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you like it. You can share it with your friends and hopefully subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.